What's up, my comic comrades? The conclusion to the epic Batman Beyond White Knight series hit comic stands recently, and as promised, we're here to break it all down for you. This has been such a great book by creator Sean Murphy and has brought Batman Beyond into his White Knight universe. If you haven't been reading the series or following along with us here on the channel, you could watch our episodes on the previous 6 issues right here. But now, let's dive in and see how this awesome series comes to an end. Alright, let's get into it. Issue 7 starts off with a flashback of Bruce at Haley Circus watching the Flying Graysons the night Richard's parents were killed. Bruce asks Jim Gordon, does he have anyone? Gordon replies, no family. Circus people offer to take him in, but frankly, I'm afraid Tony Zuko will try to come after him. Bruce asks, what's the boy's name? And Gordon tells him, Richard. He prefers his stage name, Robin. Apparently, he's a big fan of Batman and Robin. You see, in this universe, Dick Grayson wasn't the first Robin. Jason Todd was. Anyway, we then see Alfred talk to Bruce saying, Master Bruce, not again, especially after what happened to Jason. Bruce tells him, I can give him a home, everything he's lost. Alfred tells Bruce, forgive me for saying, but maybe you're looking to get something back you lost. Bruce responds, the boy was inspired by Jason. What better way to honor his memory than by passing it on? And of course, long story short, Bruce does indeed take Grayson in under his wing, ultimately becoming the second Robin. We are then brought to the present where we see Bruce holding an injured Grayson who has just been shot with radiation by Blight, which happened at the end of issue 6. Bruce then picks up Grayson and brings him into the flying Batmobile, aka the Batman Beyond Batmobile, which is being piloted by the Joker. If you haven't been keeping up with the series, essentially this is a sentient computer program version of the Joker that was designed to help Bruce in dire situations. Anyway, Blight then arrives, literally trying to hold the Batmobile from flying away, which he's able to do until Batman Beyond comes flying in, knocking him down, telling Blight everything Wayne said about you was true. The proof was all on his jump drive. At which point Blight just gets back up saying, there's always setbacks when there's innovation, as he starts blasting Batman Beyond with radiation, saying, the suit will give you so much protection, but not for long. Terry then flies up and grabs a metal beam and throws it down on Blight, but Blight just melts it, saying, careful Terry, one of the rules of being Batman is that you can't kill. Terry replies, but you do, not even your best friend was safe. Blight then says, you saw the FBI video, I couldn't let anyone stand in my way. You, me, your father, Batman. None of our lives matter if it means saving our species. At which point one of Blight's GTO henchmen arrives, overriding Terry's Batman Beyond suit, taking control of it, with Blight saying, send him after Wayne. Don't fight the suit, Terry. If you do, I will fold you in half, backward, as the suit forces Terry to go after Bruce Wayne. Meanwhile, in the Batman Beyond Batmobile, Bruce is trying to stabilize Dick before the radiation leaks into his body. But wouldn't you know it, Terry soon catches up, so Bruce goes outside the Batmobile saying, Terry, what are you doing? He tells Bruce he's controlling the suit. If I fight it, he'll kill me. So Bruce tells the Joker, we gotta find a way to stop Terry without hurting him. And we see this way is by flying him through a giant GTO blimp and then shooting a giant net at Terry, catching him, causing him to crash into a nearby building. But this is only temporary because even though Bruce is able to get Grayson to Barbara, where he can get medical attention, Terry's back for more as his suit is still being controlled by powers. Terry, with tears in his eyes, tells Bruce, I'm so scared, Mr. Wayne. Please tell me what to do. At which point Bruce starts attacking Terry, trying to stop him. But this is an enhanced batsuit made by Bruce, so it easily overpowered him, holding him by the neck over the side of a building. But luckily for Bruce, his Bat family shows up as we see Duke, Red Hood, Barbara, and more arrive to aid him. Joker then says, I might be able to override his programming if you could wire him into the Batmobile. So Bruce tells his Bat family to pin him down, and as they do, Bruce wires Terry into the Batmobile and gets control of the Batman Beyond suit once again, with Terry saying, whatever you did, just worked. Terry says, thank you, Mr. Wayne, but he says, don't thank me, thank him, as all of a sudden the Bat family can see the sentient computer program Joker. Bruce says, he's annoying as hell, but without him, I wouldn't have gotten this far. As Joker says, wait, you can all see me? How? We are then taken to where Grayson's recovering in a hospital bed as he's reuniting with his wife Barbara and their son. They then put aside their differences, and later on we see the Bat family arguing on whether or not Terry should be allowed to keep the Batman Beyond suit, with Bruce ultimately saying he can keep the suit. Bruce then goes on a long monologue saying that he always thought Batman had to work alone, but getting other people involved, especially young people, was out of the question. Until the day Jason Todd forced his hand and taught him that Batman was better if it was shared. He goes on to say that he had trouble over the years keeping people close and would ultimately push them away. But he's wanting to change that. Bruce then tells the Bat family that if everyone is really committed to what the family stands for, accepting and embracing Terry is part of the deal. At this point, Harley Quinn shows up saying, glad to hear you're taking new members. So what's the plan? As we see the Bat family team up with the GCPD and a handful of officers from the GTO, who decided to join them. They then split everyone up in teams and start to go after Powers. Now Before we dive into issue 8, we're excited to say that Entertainment Earth is the sponsor of today's video. You know we're always on the lookout for the next great DC collectible, and Entertainment Earth has been one of our go-to collectible sites for years. They're just one of those rare sites that always has the best stuff out there. In fact, for 25 years, Entertainment Earth has been the premier online destination for the latest and greatest toys, the most coveted action figures, and the best gifts and collectibles pop culture has to offer. They've got incredible DC products for just about any character you can think of, from Batman to Superman, Aquaman, and a ton more. For example, check out this Joker statue we recently got from them. The quality and detail of the statue of the Clown Prince of Crime is excellent, and that's just one of many. A couple of other items we're looking to add to the variant collection is their Shazam Pop comic cover figure with case, and their insanely lifelike Dark Knight Joker bust. But their selection goes way beyond DC. They have a butt ton of products from all across fandoms. I'm talking Funko, Marvel, Transformers, Masters of the Universe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Lego, and the list just keeps going. To snag some additions for your own collection at a discount, go to ee.toys/variant and enter code VARIANT at checkout to get 10% off any in-stock items and free shipping on orders over $39. You heard right, just click the link in the description and use the code VARIANT to load up on the goods. You can thank us later. Okay, so issue 8 picks up with the Bat family's assault on Powers at Wayne's Powers building, where he's keeping all of the Batman military tech he made that he plans to sell to militaries around the world. And get this, we see the Batman Beyond Batmobile carrying the 89 Batmobile into battle, but the 89 Batmobile is in a different mode. Apparently, the front half of the 89 Batmobile is able to flip upside down, with the rear tires flipping out like the DeLorean, allowing it to enter into a boat mode. Jason and Grayson are flying the Batman Beyond Batmobile and drop the 89 Batmobile into the water as Bruce drives the 89 Batmobile towards his assault on Powers. We then see the GCPD, Barbara, and Duke on the ground jumping the bridge to get to the Wayne Powers building. But of course, Powers isn't just gonna let them attack his facility. He sends out his army of Batwings to combat them, but the Bat family and the GCPD are doing a pretty good job of fighting off Powers' Batwings. So Powers finally orders for his Batmechs to be deployed. They're essentially robotic Batman. By this point, Bruce, Harley, Terry, and Joker make their way inside of Powers' building, as Harley tells Joker to make himself useful and find their daughter. Meanwhile, the Bat family starts battling the Batmechs, but a massive explosion goes off, bringing the Bat family down. Bruce then says his eardrums are probably blown out and he has a minor concussion. He then continues to say, and right on cue, another panic attack. The head injury is minor, the nausea will pass, and my hearing will come back. At least it did when I was younger. But the anxiety is crippling. This is a different type of enemy. Nowhere to run, no one to fight except myself, which means Harley was right this whole time. I've been fighting myself, fighting my true nature, fighting Batman. And if there's one thing I know about Batman, it's that he's formidable. Don't fight it, embrace it. Harley then gives him his mask as he says, of course she brought it. She knew I'd need it. It's more than just a symbol, more than worn out leather and frayed stitching saturated with the blood and sins of 1,000 criminals. And it's more than just a family crest. It's my salvation, as he puts it on and stands up, ready for battle as the Batman once more. Clearly at this point, Batman and the rest of the Bat family, such as Red Hood, Dick Grayson, and more, start going to town on Powers' men. Meanwhile, we see Terry fight Blight one-on-one. And initially, we think Joker double-crossed the Bat family, turning over the controls to the Batman Beyond suit to Blight. But we see this was actually Joker double-crossing Blight, at which point Terry is able to defeat Blight. Blight tells Terry, be your own version of Batman and kill me. Start a new legacy for Batman, Terry. One who's willing to protect Gotham by having the strength to eliminate his enemies. Be a version of Batman who's better than Bruce. Terry says, no, Batman doesn't kill. I won't let you tarnish what Bruce and the others have created. Blight says, that's Bruce Wayne talking, not you. Batman Beyond says, no, that's Batman. Meanwhile, we see the Joker has hacked the tumbler and uses it to ram through a wall to save his daughter, where he explains to her, I'm not alive, I'm a computer program that your father created. Anyway, he then uses the tumbler to drive to safety, at which point the two of them start hacking into Powers' computer systems to shut down the Batmechs. And it's a good thing, because just as the Bat family is being overwhelmed by these robotic Batmen and are about to be killed by them, the Joker and his daughter deactivated them, saving the day. After this, it seems that the sentient Joker programming has done its job and is gone, at least for now. Then on the last 2 pages of the issue, we see Agent Diana Prince approach Batman saying, I'm with the FBI. This is Agent Stewart. We have a proposition for you, Mr. Wayne. Obviously telling us that this world's version of Wonder Woman and Green Lantern work for the FBI. She tells Bruce we've been looking into Powers for quite some time, for a whole range of criminal activity. And now we have enough to put him away for a long time. Bruce asks, so what do you need with me? She tells him, we found something that quite frankly, we're not equipped to deal with. You've spent your whole life dealing with people exhibiting all kinds of extraordinary abilities, so we hope you'd be able to help us. He asks, is this about the classified FBI footage that Powers got his hands on? She says, he did a lot of bad things, but he wasn't entirely wrong about being fearful of an invasion. Bruce asks, invasion from what? She then shows him a tablet with a picture of Superman on it, saying, there's this kid in Kansas who could do some pretty amazing things. And there's only one thing we know for certain, he's not from around here. And with that, the series ends. Yes, this title ends with a setup for the next story in the White Knight universe. Batman versus Superman, which is amazing. I cannot wait for that, but what's also crazy to learn is that Diana Prince and John Stewart of this universe likely don't have superpowers. At least it seems that way judging by their conversation with Bruce. Regardless, this was another great entry into the White Knight series, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen next now that Superman is in the mix. And how is Batman going to take him down? Or is he going to take him down? I don't know. I can't wait to find out. But what do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments. First up for the week of March 1st, we have Action Comics 1052. The crown jewel of Superman's new metropolis is in ruins, and the increasingly violent Blue Earth movement is keeping the entire super family on their toes. Meanwhile, Metallo's powerful new body is evolving in unforeseen horrific ways. Here we have Spider-Man issue 6. We met possibly the most important character in all the Spider universe last issue. Shathra's big plan gets even bigger, and the last bit of hope is about to be crushed. Now we have Star Wars Hidden Empire issue 4. The final moves of Lady Kira's great game has begun. How is this epic Star Wars story going to come to an end? We're just gonna have to read and find out. Next, we have Harley Quinn issue 27. This issue deals with Harley Quinn in the multiverse. Need I say any more? And finally, we have Batman vs. Robin issue 5. The Lazarus volcano has left an impact on planet Earth, but the fallout from Bruce and Damian Wayne's war is far from over. It's been a long road from the initial tensions that drove a wedge between father and son in the pages of Teen Titans. But is the hatchet at last ready to be buried? And that's going to bring today's episode of Variant to a close, but if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out this one right here, and if you like all of our content, like, subscribe, and comment. It helps the channel out. But other than that, I'll see you next time when I talk about all things comics.